Alright guys, so we are in ATS and I decided to pull out this truck. I've recorded some hotshot videos before this. I'm not sure which order I'm going to be uploading some of these videos. The hotshot may come out a little bit before some of this other stuff. But in one of my previous videos, which this will definitely come after, I took a load here to Chicago, Illinois. And I said, might do a video riding around Chicago and kind of checking out some of it a little bit. So that's what we're going to do today. I pulled this Dodge out. I also have a white one with a sleeper on it, but this is my truck for riding around, opening up and exploring. So that's what I use this truck for. So that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to kind of ride around. Some of the views are going to be from in the cab. I'll try to do some of the outside cab stuff too. I'm not that great at driving outside, but we'll give it a whirl as we can. Traffic is still on, so I got to kind of be mindful of that. But any of the viewpoints and photo things that we see along the way, I'm going to go ahead and grab them because that's what I do when I'm out with this truck. I probably won't go into the full depth of what I normally do, but I'll just let you know what I normally do so you kind of have an idea. So normally I take this truck and I try to open up all the city roads. I don't try to open up the freeways or the get on or get off ramps, anything like that. I save that for the trips in between, along the way. And I mainly just use this to ride around the city roads, and I'll open up most of the depots, especially inside of town, and any depot that I deem that I may or may not go to in the future. It just kind of depends. I mean, I have a lot of different trailers. Most of them are modded, and I have my ones that I normally run, especially when me and Papa are cruising together. We have a handful that we really only use. Typically we run the refrigerated trailer. Sometimes we use the flatbeds. On rare occasions, we haven't done it in a while, we'll pull the fuel tankers. And so with those, we don't get into, say, some of the login areas or the construction places as much as we would have got into, by just doing regular market stuff. So I use this truck just to cruise around, open up things a little bit. And like I said, I'm probably not going to go into full depth. I probably will on this road just because I don't know when the next time I'll be on this road. Like I see up here a little gray spot on the right of the map, and I guess right, it's a gas station right here. So I'm going to, oop, I just ran that light by accident. I thought the light was a little further back. So I will kind of pull in here and open it up. Obviously I can't get fuel, and then I'll sometimes turn around. Just depends upon how the road opens up. So there'll be quite a bit of turning around here at times. But yeah, I figured we just check Chicago out because like this right here, let's go into an outside view, pick a map. Well, actually kind of nicer. I don't see the top of the truck. That's kind of nice right here. Now, mind you, I probably should go to the other one so I can actually see what I'm doing here. Of course, I don't have my map up right now, so I can't really see what I'm doing and where I'm going. We're just kind of going with the flow here. But I mean, I really think they did a great job with Chicago. I think it's pretty nice right here. This is the spot we're going to go ahead and pop into. This is your recruitment agency. Pop into here, open this up. In fact, we're going to go into interior view. I don't feel like backing out into that road, especially with traffic on and such, but I have the maximum number of drivers I can currently hire. Their limit, I think it's 354 drivers, 334, something like that. So I've got the maximum number of drivers, and I initially didn't do it just to get rich. I just did it because you could do it. And since I already have them, I just keep using them. They're there, so why not? But yeah, this is pretty nice through here. I do want to hold on. What is this? Hotel. We'll open this up while we're here. We'll open up that gas station. Let's see. We can just spin a Yui right here. No, let me look. Maybe. Let's see. Gonna hit this dumpster. Nope. Cool. All right. Makes it nice when you can do that. that way. Anything back this way? Still trying to get used to um, traffic again. We're going to open up this gas station, but it looks like we can turn on the side street. So I'm going to do that to open it up. Like I said, this is kind of normally what I do. I just kind of ride around, open things up. It's just kind of like what I do for fun, change up the, the way things are in the game. We got a red light here. Yeah, it's red again. One thing that's kind of cool with this truck, it's halfway realistic at times, is if I'm just gently on the brakes and stopping a light or something, the truck will do like it would do if it was really an automatic, and it would start rolling as soon as I take my foot off the brake. But the other thing too is if I press the brake down harder and kind of hold it for a second, it kind of holds the truck, and I'll have to sit there and hold the brake. Doing this stuff here is what makes my foot hurt after a while. But yeah, I just wanted to take you guys along and ride around here a little bit and kind of see what Chicago looks like. So far, it looks pretty good. And this is, that was kind of the downtown, but there's a whole lot to this area. If I pull the map up real quick, I'll kind of show you the route we're taking. So we're going to go all the way down here to Skipper Buds and open that up to see what that's on. And we're going to get on 41 here, and we're going to ride down this way, and we're going to come down 41 to 55, and just kind of check out some of this stuff. Another spot that I want to do, and we'll probably get off and turn here, is this is an underground warehouse thing. It was kind of cool. I went down in there, had to go to this Millennium Park, which is, well, it's part of the real company model, so it changed the name. I don't know what it originally was, but it's a new depot. So we'll grab probably the photo thing. We'll probably go into Walmart, grab the picture, come out. We'll grab this viewpoint and cruise over here, grab that photo. We'll run down 41 to 55. And then I figured what we'll do is we'll get on this 9094 and we'll cruise down this way. And I'll let you guys kind of see what I was talking about with the Dan Ryan and stuff. This right here was what I thought was pretty cool. But we're just going to keep cruising around this and check it all out. So this may be boring to some of you guys. This is just something I like to do that, I don't know, I find not exactly super fun or anything like that, but it's entertaining to me, and it's really relaxing. I'm not worried about a load. I'm not worried about a time crunch. I'm just riding along and just opening up stuff, just enjoying the views. And the one thing about this game and even ETS is that you get your mind. Oh, that was a stop sign, wasn't it? Oh man, blew that one. That's what, the second one now? We'll stop the next one. See nobody. But you get into this craze when you play these games that you're on this crunch, this time crunch. You gotta hurry, you gotta go, 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 go. You can't slow down and smell the roses. You can't look at the views and stuff. In theory, can't go that way, so let's turn this way. In theory, most of the time, unless you spend a lot of time farting around and not doing your run, you usually have plenty of time to make the runs. So the hotshot videos that I did, I recorded earlier tonight, and I'm not sure where exactly they're going to come out into the mix of everything. But this looks like this road's not blocked. This might be a hidden road, guys. Let's check this out real fast, see what this does. I always go slow into these at first because sometimes there's an invisible barrier. New passage. Let's check this out. So this is kind of worth it right here. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, those there were regular freight market runs, and you got your in-game time, and there's a lot less time. But especially for the videos for you guys, and even what me and Papa do a lot of times, we typically pick the external markets if we can, because we don't have to rush, but even on the regular market, unless you pick a load that's like short on time type deal. Oh, this is pretty. Hold on, let's take a look. Yeah, let's go for this one. Turn the camera a little bit. Look at that. Look at that skyline, guys. Isn't that nice? This is what I'm talking about. Just kind of enjoying these sights and sounds, views. It's like this probably kind of ends right here. Yeah, this kind of ends right here. Like a photo thing right near here. Whoa, I didn't know it was two-way right here. Or did I go the wrong way? All right, guys, so let's for giggles and grins, let's get a photo. This might even be the thumbnail. It's hard to say. I already took one for the thumbnail, but let's get another picture. Oh, this is part of one of the photo things. So cool. We get that out of the way too. But we might use this for our thumbnail. Very nice. All right. What are you doing, Gar? All right. Yeah, no, it's just nice to be able to enjoy these without being under the constraints of a truck. I mean, in a truck, you may not have went down here because you don't know where it goes, and you might be worried you get stuck or can't get through or something like that. It's just nice to have something like this. I did look on the Steam Workshop, and I couldn't really find any vehicles. The reason I say vehicles is, I mean, car would work. I don't think a Lamborghini would be the best option, because if you take off down a hidden road that's rough, then yeah, that may not be a good thing. But it's just one of those things that it's just finding the right car. But anyhow, on Steam Workshop mods, I couldn't find any kind of really vehicles. I found a few pickups, but I found a lot of skins for said trucks. So there was a lot of skins. There was actually several skins for this one I could have downloaded, and it just paint jobs is all it is. So it's not something I really want to fool with right now, at least. So if you want a car, I mean, this is a paid truck. This is a paid mod. And people will have their opinion on whether or not to do the paid thing. The only reason I did it was because I really wanted the hotshot feature. That was the only real reason I did it. I've downloaded free car mods off of like Modland and websites like so. They're not horrible websites, but you do have to be very careful because you can get in trouble with it comes to viruses and things like that. So depending upon how you want to do things, I mean, you may get your call how you want to do it. If you're going to use websites like Modland or any other site that has mods for this or any other game really, and this is just in general, make sure that you're being careful with what you're doing. Watch what buttons you click, because it will pop up a lot of stuff, especially if you don't have an ad blocker. That'll look like the download, and it's not the download. You're downloading something that's claiming to be, a fix for viruses or something like that, and it's not a fix for viruses. It is a virus. So just be careful with stuff like that. I mean, just use your brain, think before you do, kind of thing. But I do know that on those sites, and I've used them in the past, but it's been a long time. If you use them, just be careful. Just be real careful with what you're doing. So I don't know. Let me look at the map here. An exit for this road. We'll get off here and check this out, but I was really going to open up the freeway part, but that's okay. This is a road I've actually driven on in real life. This is US 94. Now, I've never been at this exit. I'm just not familiar, at least. But if my mind serves me right, Highway 41 is called the Skokie Highway, if I'm remembering correctly. But that's the one way, so let's go here. We discovered a viewpoint. Where is that? Hold up. There's a viewpoint over here. There's a hidden thing over. There's a road over here. This is what I bring the truck for. This is what I do with the truck. I like looking for things like that. We'll go ahead and open up Turner real quick while we're over here, just because we're here. And then we'll go see about that hidden road. See if how we can get into that. I probably won't spend a whole lot of time trying to ride around and do all this goofy stuff with you guys. I'll do a lot of this off camera. I just kind of wanted to show you guys kind of what I do on the side a little bit. Those of you that I know, at least one of you that watches my videos, we're friends on Steam, and You know, I see when you're playing games. I'm sure you see when I play games. And sometimes when I'm just goofing around like this, you know, you might think that I'm just doing a bunch of trucking, but I'm not. I'm actually just goofing off, opening up stuff. Not always, but sometimes. Back in gear. Let's see if we can find. I'm curious about this lot right here too. Not opening up. We turn here. Can I pull in this parking lot? Because it's not unlocking right here. I have to pull that later. Oh, red light, red light. Get to looking around and yeah, get into trouble with these lights. A lot of times when I do this without traffic, just to get through it and get it done with. Because now we cleared this light, now we gotta wait on this light. It was either that or punch it and run the light, which in theory I probably could have done and got away with it. I do want to see if I can open up that one parking lot and just get that out of the way. Here's what's down here. See a Ferris wheel there. Light gonna change. There we go. Yeah, we definitely know there's a hidden road because there's no blocker there. Looks like we got to turn left up here. We got a viewpoint right here, right in the middle of the road of all places. So we're gonna watch this viewpoint and see what it's got to offer. Ah, Route 66. This is part of the Highway 66 stuff. US 66. For a while. Yeah, okay, you too. I enjoy these little viewpoints. I really enjoy them. Wild interchange down there. Weird, I still get those skips even in these little viewpoints. You'd think these would be like little MP4 videos or something. Well, probably not because it loads in anything that's going on. The vehicles. When me and Papa would be trucking, I'd stop at these. I'd see them come cruising around the corner or something. That's probably why. It's still kind of a live feed in a way. It's pretty cool. I like how they did this. Yes, I'm really impressed with Chicago. I'm thinking over the years, it just seems like they're getting better and better with this stuff. Helicopter up there cruising around, probably giving scenic tours up there. $500 a person. All right, it's done. See if we can get up here and catch this light before it changes. I think I am going to go ahead and go back to the other side of the highway there and see if I can open up that one parking lot. Dude didn't even stop it off that light, did he? He did more than a California roll. Little goofy parking lots like this, I like to try to open up as I go. I don't see a way into this thing. I'm missing something. Oh, there is a. Oh, it's got a height bar. See, this is where the pickup's nice because it fits. So go over here and open up this part of the parking lot and probably go right back out the same way we just came in. Yeah. Could have just turned and went out. U-turn. I'm trying to make my U-turns a little slower than normal because I don't want to make you guys too dizzy. Pull. This lane. See, in the US and most places you can stop at the light and look, and if you're making a right turn or you're turning onto a one-way street, after you stop and it's clear, you can go. Oh, and this is a double decker. Oh, this is cool. This is what I was wanting to check out, guys. This is really cool. All right, so we're going to turn here. So I couldn't have made this turn if I stayed on the freeway anyways. Gotta get over her lane. Yeah, I mean, this looks a lot like being in Chicago. And I think I've said in a past video, I've driven through Chicago a fair amount, you know, traveling, you know, to and from Wisconsin, you know, into you're going into Illinois or Indiana or something like that. So it's just cool seeing this in a game perspective and how good it looks, you know, and looks like the actual game or looks like the actual city. Already at a little over 20 minutes on this recording. Trying to hurry this up a little bit, but trying to wait on these lights is taking a little bit longer than I thought. Of course, I wasn't expecting an extra viewpoint either, because I got the photos and things like that. So, as you can see, you know, when I go to open up towns, I mean, it depends upon the city, you know, but you could easily spend an hour just riding around like this, opening things up. So this is that underground warehouse thing I was talking about. We'll cruise by there. I want to see if I can get into that Walmart. Go and open that while I'm here. Well, I don't need to get the picture now, so I can do it later. We might make a little block in here or something like that. Now, one thing I did notice was that there was like an extra lane here to my right. Doesn't show to be open right here, but up here it's definitely gray. So I'm gonna go to that other side for funsies. Just open this up, and this light's actually green. We can actually continue. We don't have to stop. So let's see, as you can see, it opens up a whole different line here. Yeah, so the underground warehouse that I was talking about is right here to my left. I thought that was pretty cool how they did that. I thought it was pretty neat. Stop here. This light. My tailbone's starting to really hurt. Time to look into getting a new chair or cushion. You know what? We're just gonna run this. We're spending enough time here as it is. I want to keep left. I know I'm driving that a signal again. Sorry about that. The only reason I ran that by is we're taking a long time in our time here, and I still want to try to run down the Dan Ryan. You guys can see that. And I know I'm speeding too. I just realized that. We got a viewpoint here. We'll go ahead and grab that. So we'll see that real quick. So we're supposed to turn right here. Stop. Go. How do you get in there? Okay, I know this is not going to be proper, but we're going to do this. I apparently missed the driveway to get in this place. Oh, it was over there. That's my fault. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so let's check this one out. Pretty cool building. Look like an owl at the top corner there. Look like an owl. This part right here almost reminds me of how New York City is, because New York City's got the same thing. Got the rail running up here at the top. But I know we're in Chicago. Got a lot of cool tall buildings here. The amount of detail they're putting in, you know, with Chicago, whenever they get out to New York City and other big cities like it, I'm just curious of what it's going to look like, because New York City has a lot of tall skyscrapers and big buildings and stuff. It's going to be years before we get to New York, I think. There we are, sitting there parked the wrong way in this place. That was my fault again, like I said. We'll go down here and get this photo trophy. And see what the trouble we can get into. We made that light. Nothing extra. And we're definitely going to get this next photo down here. And then we might try to get over onto the Dan Ryan and see if y'all can get to see what I was talking about, how it just looked so realistic. I mean, the first time I drove on the Dan Ryan on this game, I actually looked away from the screen and in my room to make sure that I was still at home and not in a truck somewhere. It really surprised me. There's that building up there. We saw in that video. There. That video, they look like owls. Really tell from here. Yeah, they kind of look like owls. Back in here so we can see what we're doing. In real life, though, this road would be packed with vehicles, especially at this time of the day. We're getting into the evening hours here. Just barely making it through some of these lights. Oh, that's cool. There. Hold on. Can't see it that good. I'm sure y'all saw it a second ago. Let me turn this camera. That's really cool looking. It's really cool. This is how I waste so much time looking at stuff like that. I guess we're already over here, so this looks like a picture thing. Assuming I can still turn right on. There's a thing over there, so let's try to get that fast. We've already got the Chicago skyline. Let's get the Buckingham Fountain. Okay, I've read about this. Let's not get the hold on there. Cool. It's another one out of the way. Let's go over and get on 41. Now we should be able to actually get something done. We get through these lights. Yeah, the stopping and going is making my ankle hurt now. Green. This 41, I used to run up and down all the time because I was trying to avoid the toll roads. Stay right up here. Don't think we can go straight. I don't think we can. dark on our parade here in a minute. Yeah, we gotta go right. Yeah, I get done with this. I gotta get to editing videos. I've got almost 10 videos to edit now. So we're just gonna stay here. Oh, no, we can't. We'll go over lane. We'll head toward Indiana, so we'll go up there. We'll run down that a little ways, and then we'll pull off and end the video. So not too bad. We're at the 31-minute mark from what I'm seeing on the recording, so that's not horrible. I'm sure y'all can hear the clicks of my turn signal too. I use the paddle shifts for my turn signals. Close that wall, didn't I? Yeah, this right here is kind of what I was talking about. The Dan Ryan, you have the rail line that runs in the middle there. I thought it was pretty cool that they implemented that here in the game. And you see more of it going the other way past, you know, the exit we got on at. So that's pretty well that on that one there. How much, where does this go down here? Goes down to I-80. So there's still a whole lot to explore, guys. I mean, we only did that much. I got all this here. This is actually Caliber Motors, but it's labeled as GMC on here. So yeah, I still got a lot to explore, but I've heard I'd take you guys on for a little bit of it. So let's skip around the corner. We're gonna just pull over on the shoulder here. I'll finish this up off camera. I'm sure y'all are tired of watching me ride around. That it's getting dark too. But so yeah. So that's that, guys. You know, I hope you enjoyed, you know, seeing Chicago and at least on here, you know. But so I'm gonna end it right there, guys. Y'all have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'll see you.